Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's good to see you guys as usual. So tonight's video is going to be creepy and tonight's video is going to be creepy. I've never talked about it on my channel before, but y'all know I'm really interested in a lot of things, a lot of different things, like the dark side of, you know, things, and the bright side, the good side of things, you know, just all kinds of stuff. I'm into a lot of stuff. So, you know, the internet can be used for good things, and it definitely can be used for bad things. So today we are going to be talking about the dark web. This is very creepy. So yeah, there's a lot of information about it. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and get on into the video. This is a disclaimer for this video. This is a very, very, very dark video. The darkest video I've ever done. I know it's not very long, but I do talk about very dark things and scary and terrifying things. So if you are a younger viewer of mine, please maybe skip off this video, or unless you don't get scared easily. But if you get scared easily, maybe you should skip off this video and watch a different one. I have tons to go watch some of my other, like, more positive videos. This isn't about ghosts or anything. This is about real life terrifying things that go on. So yeah, it's really disturbing, and I talk about really dark things. On the other hand, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and if you enjoy my videos, go down and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell right next to it, so you are updated every time I upload a video, and enjoy the video, guys.
Ain't no love like a real love, but it goes so fast, all tied up like a captive. I'm to you, used to pay on my own life, sending no rainbows, playing it cool. I don't felt this in ages, and I've no more patience, so won't you please stay a bit longer? You're making me stronger, making me stronger. Stay a bit longer, you're making me stronger, making me stronger.
Okay, so if you have not heard of the dark web, you might want to get off this video if you don't want to hear things that are very dark and very scary and disturbing and things like that. If you don't want to hear about stuff like that, you probably should skip off this video. This is very dark. This is very disgusting. This is like one of the darkest, this is the darkest thing I've ever talked about on my channel. Besides like suicide and stuff, but this is definitely dark and scary, and it terrifies me. So yeah, the dark web, I would never go on there ever in my life, never. It's just terrifying to even think about, you know. It's so scary, and people that go on there, I'm like, oh, like, what are you doing? Like, why would you do that? It's just terrifying. So what is the dark web exactly? The dark web is the World Wide Web that contains very dark things and content. Overlay networks that use the internet but require specific software and browsers to access. So you can't even access the dark web if you don't have a specific browser or a specific thing to get on there. That is why the cops are not able to trace the dark web. They're not able to, like the FBI and stuff, they're not able to access it, which is terrifying. Like, they have no control over what's going on the dark web, and it's just terrifying to know that the people that are supposed to be protecting us can't protect us from the dark web, which is just terrifying to me. So here are some of the things that you can do on the dark web. There's so many more things, but here are some of the top ones. You can order illegal drugs, and honestly, ordering illegal drugs is the most not dark thing on there. Like, it's the most like normal thing on there. Like, it's ordering illegal drugs is nothing to compared to what else you can do on there. So you can order illegal drugs, any drug, you name it, they have it on there. You can order any drug, or things to poison people or kill people with, like anything, laced drugs, anything you can order. You can hire, this is so bad, you can hire a hitman. If you don't know what a hitman is somebody you pay to kill someone for you. And that's really dark and disturbing, and you can hate someone, but to kill them or to have someone kill them, that's a whole nother level of crazy and disturbing and just dark. Like, there's people that I really, really dislike, but I would never in a million years hire someone to kill them. Like, that just sounds insane. Like, I can't believe that's even a thing. But yeah, there are such things as hitmen, and they will do the job for you. So you can order mystery boxes. People do that on YouTube, which I think is absolutely insane, but there are people that will order mystery boxes on the dark web or the deep web, whatever you want to call it, and they will order these mystery boxes, and they'll get shipped these mystery boxes, and some of them are really, really dark. Like, they'll send them things like I remember I watched a video of this guy. He got a little girl's backpack, like little girl things, like her toys, her clothes, things like that, which is absolutely terrifying because, you know, people that are on the dark web are not on there for a good reason. They have killed people. They have, you know, kidnapped people. They have done so many different scary, terrifying things that you couldn't even think of, you know. They've done the unthinkable, and you know, of course they have, you know, kids, and that's just very disturbing. Ordering a mystery box is just not a good idea. I would never ever recommend to order a mystery box off of the dark web. My advice to you all that are watching this, don't ever go on the dark web. Do not. I would never do it in a million years. Nobody could pay me enough money to get on there. It's terrifying. The people on there could find your information so easily, track you down, and kidnap you, murder you, whatever. Like, it's so easy. You can order weapons like guns, knives, tasers, any kind of weapon, anything that can hurt someone. You can order it on the dark web. Not a surprise when I tell you all of the things that goes on the dark web. That's not a surprise. This is one of the most disturbing things. You can buy and sell women, children, for sex trafficking. They do sex trafficking on the dark web, which is so disgusting and disturbing, and it makes me sick to think that goes on, and that's going on, like, right now in our country, in everyone's country. Sex trafficking is going on, and it's a real thing, and to even like think about it makes me sick. Like, I hate thinking that, but you can buy and sell women and children, and I'm sure you can get boys, men, you know, I'm sure you can get whatever, and gosh, it's disgusting. You can literally do anything that you think is disgusting or dark or horrible. You can do it on the dark web. You can. So they sell people's credit card information. Like, you know, sometimes if you are at, you know, like a gas pump and you put your credit card in there or something, there's people that put like tracker things on there or whatever, and they can take your credit card information and put it on the dark web and sell it. They can sell your credit card information, and someone can use it to go buy whatever, you know, and you know, that can get other people in trouble because they can buy whatever they want, and then like if a murder was committed and then it's on your credit card, you know, it's just scary to think that they can literally do anything. You can watch disgusting videos of torture, of rape, of child molestation, of murders, and just horrible things. And you know, I'm not trying to bring the dark web to light, like to talk about it like, oh my gosh, you should so go do it. Like, no, I'm talking about this because this is what's going on, and people should know about this because it needs to stop. Like, that people need to do more about this. Like, the FBI needs to do more about this. Like, it just needs to be shut down. Like, it's terrifying to think about. And I just, you know, I feel so bad for the people that got on there, you know, because I've read that people, you know, people that have got on there and they made a huge mistake and they regret ever going on there or touching it, you know, like ever even getting on there, you know, and they regret it because it ruined their lives, you know. So, and you can be arrested if they find out that you have been on the dark web. The dark web is illegal, but you know, it's really hard for them to prove that you were on there and all that. So okay, so here's more information. It's so hard to find that the police can't do anything about it. The FBI can't do anything about it. They can't track people on there. They're untraceable. The people on there are literally untraceable. I remember I watched a video of a guy that ordered a mystery box, and he was like, should we call the police? But they would have got in trouble for being on the dark web, you know, and then they were like, so no, we're not going to call. But, you know, it was that little girl's backpack and stuff. Like, what if they could have saved her? I mean, I know they probably couldn't have, but maybe that could have been, you know, something in a missing person's case that, you know, maybe it could have saved someone, you know. You never know. So you should never go on the dark web. It's very dangerous, and you never know what could happen. Okay, so I'm going to read some people's experiences, just so you guys know that this is some people's experiences. One user was playing what was called on an alternate reality game. This game, No Love Deep Web, had users accessing Tor to hunt for various things. The user got engrossed in the game. It ended with me driving to New York to answer a payphone at 3 a.m. That was cool. This is what the person said. That's terrifying in itself, to drive at 3 a.m. and answer a payphone. That's terrifying. Like, I would never answer a payphone at 3 a.m. or drive anywhere. Like do any weird thing at 3 a.m. because 3 a.m. terrifies me anyway. So, like, no. But for them to say that was cool, no, that's really disturbing. But Tor is the browser that you use to be able to access the dark web. So you have to get that browser in order to do it, because you can't just get on the internet and look up dark web. You can't do that. You have to have a certain browser and everything. It's a whole mess. Like, it's crazy to me. Okay, so this is where it gets more dark, and this really scares me, like, bad scares me. But I'm gonna read it to you anyway. These aren't just deep web stories. These aren't just deep web stories. They are deep web horror stories. We dug around for some of the scariest ones. Just be glad we went and found these stories and did the research and compiled all these dark web stories in one place for you. Now you don't have to worry about being on the FBI watch list. Before you dive in, Tor is the browser that you use to access the dark web, and Hidden Wiki is a portal to different websites. So this is another experience, and then I'm done. I couldn't read anymore after this. I was like, oh my gosh, that makes me sick. I don't even want to, no. So, recipes for human meat is what this is called. In comp sci, I think it's like a class or something, we often got bored and effed around. One day, we ran into the deep web. The most disturbing thing we found was a comprehensive guide for cooking women. We are not talking about a short joke here. This page had information on what body types to use for specific cuts, how to prepare these cuts, and how, this part is the worst, how to cook the girl so she lives as long as possible. So that's just scratching the surface. That's just like the littlest things, you know. Like I didn't do much research. I didn't want to like be involved much in this at all. Like, you know, I didn't want to click on the wrong thing, like anything. I know there were some things where it's like, do you want to access the dark web? I'm like, no. Like things that are like the easiest way to access it, I don't want to access it. I was just doing research, but there was a lot of things, you know, I didn't want to click on. So I did as much research as I could, but it was so dark that I didn't really like doing the research for this particular thing. I didn't like to talk about this because it's so terrifying to me. Like, it's one of the most scariest things to me, honestly. Like, getting kidnapped or anything like that, it terrifies me. So, like I said, guys, don't ever access the dark web. It's not something cool. Like, even if you want to order drugs, like, that's a big no-no. Like, get drugs somewhere else. Seriously, if you're gonna do drugs, get them somewhere else. Do not go on the dark web to get them. Don't go on the dark web to get anything. Ever. Don't. Just, it's a big, huge no-no, and I promise you'll regret it. So, I just wanted to bring this situation to you guys to just tell you about how horrible and dark, you know, this is. So, if you if you guys have any experiences or know anything about the dark web, you know, comment down below and tell me anything that you guys know or any experiences that you guys have had with it or anything like that. I would like to know. Like I said, don't ever go on there. I mean, I can't boss you around, but I would suggest you don't do it. My younger viewers, please, please, please don't ever access it or anything like that. It's not a joke. It's completely serious. You can get kidnapped, and it's terrifying. But yeah, to my younger viewers, I didn't try to make this video to scare anybody. If this was disturbing, just think about it like you are not on the website, so you're not going to be getting hurt or anything because you're not on the website, so just stay away from it. But yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. I love you guys. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.